Good morning, everyone. How is my lovely tribe doing? I am Jessica from Whispers of Grace Healing, LLC. I am here today to do the collective reading for April 8th through the 14th. So I have been so busy, y'all. Like, it's not even funny, but hey, girl, how you doing, love? Yeah, listen, I will apologize. It's really it's out of my hands though. I've been so busy, and a lot of the messages that I've been getting over the last few days is finding ways to prioritize and um to kind of like prioritize where I'm putting my energy. And, I notice that it keeps kind of taking me away from this. And so I'm trying to reprioritize some things in my life so I'm not so focused elsewhere than where I need to be. So thank you for being patient with me. I am human, so I am going along on this journey just like everyone else and trying to figure out my life. So yeah, I hope everyone's been doing well, though. I have missed y'all so much. I just have been waiting to get back on and really connect with y'all again because, I love my tribe. So hey, Cynthia, how you doing, love? But yeah, so I will be getting on after this reading. I will be getting on and trying to finish up these April general readings. So make sure you keep an eye out for those. I hope everyone is having a fabulous morning so far, and hopefully we will have an even better week ahead. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, much love and many blessings as always. I love you guys. Like, really, though, the messages, the signs and synchronicities have been off the freaking charts lately. Good morning, Kurt. How you doing, hun? Um, I don't know about y'all. Like, have y'all been noticing these things? There's a lot of different shifts within the oh, thank you, Andy. But yeah, this is one of those times where like so much that I've been kind of confused about, like the signs and synchronicities keep leading me to different places. And I just want to give a big shout out to my soul brother Danny from Northern Comfort Tarot. You are amazing. And like, I'm just so glad for these soulful connections that have come into my life. Like, for real. I don't know what I would do without y'all. It's crazy, girl. The mirrored numbers, the sequence, all of it. The videos that have just been kind of landing in my lap because I quit watching other readers for a while, and they are just like bam, 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 bam. Especially the last few days. Oh, why you say that, Kurt? Don't say that. Getting more intense. Do you feel like they've been getting more intense since our session, Cynthia? Because, usually that does happen after Reiki and regression. Our higher self will start talking to us. Yeah, sure, Kurt. But yeah, usually once we clear out that energy and open up those gateways, our higher self usually tends to talk to us a lot more while we're sleeping. So make sure you're paying attention to your dreams and writing everything down, because it all makes sense, and it will later too if it doesn't make sense now. So yeah, all right. So the first card we got for this week is donations, tithing, and charitable work. Give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, and other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. Words of abundance. And that I was called out on that Saturday. I had to work at the gym, and the computer was giving me so much trouble, and I I totally slipped. It was just one of those human moments, and I was like, "This thing's killing me." And the lady looks at me and she's like, don't say that. Don't say that. Our words do have power. So even though to you it might seem harmless, our words mean everything. So make sure that whatever you're thinking or saying, um, you know, you remember the intention behind it, even if you're frustrated. Like, this is really a time to stay heart centered and be leading with more compassion than anything, understanding. There's a lot that's going around where there's a lot of confusion, stagnation, that kind of thing, things not working out the way that we wanted it to. So really move into that heart space and take that time to really figure out, what should I be feeling in this moment? And yes, it's okay to have the natural reactions when things happen, but it's how we move into that heart-centered space afterwards. Because, like, okay, the siren's going off. You might see red flags everywhere, but why are you being triggered is the question. So when we're in a heart-centered space, we don't have to necessarily react to the triggers. It's, damn, okay, I see that, I feel that. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Well, um, that's interesting. I don't feel that that's very professional, Kurt, but, I mean, to each their own. I mean, maybe it's a tarot slash swinger channel. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to say about that. So wow. Yeah, then obviously, listen, um, I wouldn't take it so personally, Kurt, because the way that it sounds is that her intention behind her channel is not in the right place. So it just means that you're not meant to be on there. That's all that means. So yeah, you'll find who you really resonate with, and those are the people you need to be watching. Um, so yeah, I mean, you're always welcome here. So just know that. All right. So words of abundance, quiet retreat, and successful funding. Listen, the way that this is lining up is, make sure that you're staying in service this week. Okay. Stay in service, whether it's to yourself, to people around you, those who are less fortunate, and do whatever you can to stay in that mentality of, what can I do to bring more peace and love into this world? And that's where that words of abundance comes in too, because whatever we're speaking about will instantly manifest. So, like, okay, even Kurt, and sorry to call you out, but and listen, we all do it, so don't take it personal, but it's a good example of what I'm talking about. So, like, we can easily, okay, this happened, let's move on. We can pray that, she find the intention that she will be in service and doing what she does for the right reasons instead of using it for, like, a sex thing. Um, but in reality, it's not our responsibility to make other light workers realize that, right? So if we have the ability to instantly manifest, and, like, we think that we're experiencing pure evil, we have to understand that we are attracting what we're allowing in. So we have to be very careful of what we're giving that energy to, right? We don't want it to gain momentum. So immediately shift it back into, okay, well, that channel might not have worked for me or been good for me, and that didn't really vibe with me, but I do know what channels do serve what I'm looking for. So just go back into that and know that you do have a place that you belong, and that there are people who want you in the chat or watching their videos and are very welcoming of your energy. So it's all about how we think about it here and how we feel about it here. So just make sure that you're aware of that, because sometimes we do need to check ourselves. And listen, I mean, we all do it. It's a natural thing. So don't beat yourself up for it, but it's just how quickly can we turn that back around? Then we also have quiet retreat. So you might need to take a little space this week in order to kind of reflect on these things of, what have I been talking negatively about? What have I been feeling negatively about? Do I feel like I'm lacking in any area? Do I feel that I'm not getting what I want? Do I feel that I'm putting too much time and energy into something that is not really serving my highest good, right? Because there's always somewhere else that we can be putting our time and energy that makes more sense for our path, right? And that's where the successful funding comes in. Because when you stay in service and you're switching that vibration from, you know, anger, guilt, animosity, that kind of thing, and we move it back into love, and like, okay, well, you know, this was that situation, but I choose to go in this route, then we're realigned with what's actually going to benefit us as a whole, right? So that's when that support comes in, and they're telling you to take a divinely guided change this week, but you need to be doing the work. So if you're not reflecting for yourself and you're not checking the energies around you and what you're bringing to the table, then you're really doing yourself a disservice. So yeah, then don't you don't have to. That's the beautiful thing about free will. Sheila, how you doing, hun? Do you notice, like, every time that I see your name, I just like, you and Cynthia, I just light up. I love you guys so much. And listen, no one else take it personally, but these girls have been like super just dedicated and consistent with being on these videos and being such a support to me on and off video. So I love you guys so much, and I will never apologize for how much love I feel for you. So yeah. Yeah. Good, Cynthia. I'm glad. Yeah, it usually, and you had a lot of built up energy, so I'm glad that that's finally moved out. Um, I know. I feel the same way, Sheila. I really do. All right. So what's going on with the collective? Now we're going to be using the Nature's Whispers. Um, oh my goodness. The dogs are acting a fool in there. It sounds like they're having a howling party. All right. Yeah. So there's a, when I say, like, take that time for yourself, y'all, this is going to be a huge time for reflection this week. Okay. And I do want to say that even for myself personally, there have been things that were triggered, and it's like, oh my God, okay, so maybe I have been looking at this in the wrong way. Maybe I am viewing these certain things in my life that probably is not going to manifest the best situation for myself. So this whole week I've kind of dedicated to, like, reevaluating the way that I view relationships and love in my life. Because I was still looking at it from a victim state of mind, like, oh, well, if this happens, I probably wouldn't do this because I would I want to make sure that I always have that free will to choose my well-being, that kind of thing. But I'm already putting it out there that I'm waiting for someone to fuck me over, and I'm waiting for someone, for the other shoe to drop, and for the tower moments to come down. You know what I'm saying? But the way that I view myself now is I have so much empowerment and so much worth, and it's taken me a long time to get here, that I don't have to view it like that anymore, y'all. My boundaries are firm, and they get stronger by the day. So the more that we're doing those reflections, now it's time to go back and kind of reevaluate the way that we have viewed things for a long time, no matter what that is in your life, whatever patterns you have been carrying that probably are not serving your highest good. Those are the things you really want to reflect on this week. Okay. Hey, Christina. Um, yeah. But you have this ideal course of action that's coming into play. Okay. And I feel like this is coming from that divinely guided change, right? Um, so spirit's telling you, you need to do this. You need to head in this direction. You know what you need to do. Okay. Um, you don't have to go with this chameleon aspect of trying to blend into the crowd. This is time for you to have that inner strength and courage, and let spirit fill your sails in the direction that you want to go in. And this is your direction, right? Yeah, Christina, that's awesome. I'm glad that it resonates. But yeah, you don't have to blend into the crowd. You can stand out on your own, and wherever you stand, you're going to attract people that mean something to that phase in your life. And you have this castle, right? You're looking towards it. You know where home is and the things that you want to build for yourself. So the only way that you're going to get there is by standing in your authentic truth. And by standing in your authentic truth, you have to be able to reflect and reassess the things that you've been doing or holding on to that don't serve you anymore. A lot of the patterns and the behaviors that we've carried for quite a long time, usually most of our lives, even if we're doing a lot of the inner work, there are still things. There's always going to be things that are coming up that need to be reflected upon. The only way that you are going to be led there, and listen, you know, yeah, okay, so I didn't even notice this, but okay, can you see it? So all these people from this tower are coming towards you with light. So this is what I'm saying. When you stand in your authentic truth, the people that are meant to be with you are going to be drawn to you. And this is by you standing in that power and having that confidence and saying, this is who I am and this is what I choose to show up with. I see my castle in the distance, but I need my tribe to help me build this empire, right? Be gentle with yourself. Okay. Have that love, have that compassion for everything that you have been through, and continue to learn about yourself. Um, we don't need to berate ourselves for being different and not, fitting into the mainstream society. We don't have to fit into a box. Okay. We're not meant to. And this sense of peace and compassion is giving us that chance for renewal, for rebirth. And it's actually funny because when I woke up this morning, I immediately had the vision of the phoenix rising, and I was like, oh man, there's some sense of rebirth, renewal that's coming for the collective. And sure enough, it is here. Okay, so we have the quiet retreat and the renewal of peace, and they both mean the same thing. So this is knowing that our spirit animals, our spirit guides are watching over us while we're taking this break, while we're doing this inner work and coming to this new space of being. And it's a really powerful moment for the collective to know that we can let down our guard. We don't have to keep up these defenses where we feel like we're protecting ourselves, but in reality we're blocking ourselves, right? And it's really that time to know that we can take a step back from the pain that we've been trying to cover up, right? It goes back to that chameleon phase. Like, you don't have to hide your pain. Sometimes we need to just embrace it and feel it so we can, and it needs to come up so we can release it. If we don't allow it to surface, then we're keeping it internalized, and it doesn't need to stay there. So this is a really important time for anyone that feels that uncomfortable energy, that stagnation, that buildup, right? That's telling you that something needs to be addressed and released. So whatever that is for you, do it this week, okay? Because it is going to lead you into a whole different state of energy and being and understanding. Yeah. Clarity, truth, communication, it's all coming in for you. And don't allow the bumps or the speed bumps, the obstacles to deter you from where you're moving, because yeah, with the King of Cups, you're getting in touch with your emotions. You're getting to that place of all over healing, and your heart is finally becoming intact. And this is what we want. When we have our heart space fully involved in our lives can be changed forever. And when we move into that state of gratitude and compassion, we can see the world from a completely different light, and we can be more in service. So, oh, that's awesome. The High Priestess, the psychic insights, the intuitiveness. Listen to your intuition this week, guys. You know, through this reflection period, you are going to get all the information that you need. Okay. So listen to your dreams, listen to the messages and the synchronicities that are coming in, because they're all telling you something. So going through this period of reflection, gaining more clarity and communicating about the things that you're feeling or experiencing is getting you more in touch with the true emotions that are lying under the surface. And it's also going to give us more reason and space to trust not only the emotions that we're feeling, but the insights that we're gaining. And that is beautiful, right? It's also going to allow us to be more creative in our daily lives. And I feel like that's where the being in service, right? The being in service comes into play. When we have the right intentions and we're working on ourselves through the process, we are sharing those gifts and that energy with other people who probably need it even more than we do. So just understand that this, yeah, and oh God, okay. So especially for anyone, this has been coming up so much, guys, so much. I just don't even know what to say. But especially for anyone who is going through a soulmate twin flame thing right now, um, I'm not even sure how to feel about mine. I really don't. But we have the King of Cups with the Queen of Cups on the bottom and the Lover's card. So a lot of this might have to do with soulmate twin flame energies. Where there has to be this truth and this clarity and this release in order for those counterparts to come back together, right? So you're getting the messages, you're getting the synchronicities. You need to listen to your heart on this one and know, let's see. Yeah, there's going to be some communication about something that is tangible, but you might need to release some toxic energy. Okay. So again, release that what you feel that you think you know, and these armors that you've protected yourself with that might have worked in the past but don't work anymore. Now is the time to open your heart and allow this love in. However, it's going to fall. Okay. Yeah. And Christina, I know what you're feeling. It's been real. I don't even know. So, um, all right. So love messages for the y'all. Okay. Nope. We're not doing this today, y'all. We're not doing this today. Stop it. All right. Yes. Yes, I totally agree. All right. So messages for the collective for April 8th through the 14th, please. There's one more. Okay. What do we have? Friendship, power, time, forgiveness, and balance. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. And listen, Danny and I were talking about this last night. Especially those who are in separation from their soulmate or twin flame, pray for them. If you listen, and I know that I've said this before, if you are feeling some sort of way, imagine what they feel like, because I feel like a lot of the divine feminine are the ones that are watching these videos and doing the work, and the divine masculine is the one that's kind of in their head and really not doing the work so much because they're trying to keep control of their emotions, which in reality they're just burying them. Pray for them. Okay. Uh, Understand that if you are feeling a certain way, they're probably feeling even worse. So imagine yourself being wrapped in light and nurture those friendships, that bond. It doesn't have to look a certain way. And again, that's that society thing. You don't have to go in a certain order, and you can just allow things to unfold naturally, but really take the time to nurture those bonds and those connections with the people in your life. Now, power, you instinctively know what is right for you, and you have power to say no or walk away at any time. So you have the control of how you choose to deal with this situation. If there is something that you feel you need to back away from it. Sometimes we have to give each other space in order for things to heal properly. And you know you have those strong boundaries, or you should have those strong boundaries to say, listen, as much as I want you to be in my life, this is not going to work for me, and I might have to back away for a little bit so you can figure your stuff out. And that's what love really is. And me and Danny were talking about that last night too. It's like, even though I want this person in my, environment and in my life, and I want to get to know them better, I can't do it the way that it's happening. And it's not equal give and take. And I'm not going to waste my energy. But for some reason, I still feel like when you go through your process and you understand, and acknowledge the connection that we have, I will be here with open arms. And, all I can do is have faith and keep moving on my own journey. And that's all we can do. Time, you're trying too hard, give it time. So again, let go of the timeline and the way that it should look. And that's where I had to catch myself. It was like I was being way too pushy and like, oh my God, I really like this person and their energy and I just want them here. And it doesn't have to be like that. And we need to stay grounded in this moment, because this is where the power happens. This is where we have the most control, and it's time for us to start forgiving ourselves and the other people involved. So stop focusing your energy on past events. Your life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So understand that, you know, if you're focusing too much on the past or the future, you are wasting your time and your energy. And you need to be focused on something that is very clear and with clear intention. So if you move into that heart space, which is what we were talking about, where emotions are being shared, you're trusting your intuition, you're trusting your heart and everything that it's leading you to. This is where the miracles are going to happen, right? Because what we think, feel, and imagine will become reality. And that's where forgiveness comes into play. But it's all about creating balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of the relationship. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So sometimes we need someone to say, hey, get out of your own head, or to say, like, this is how I feel, but, you know, if you're not there, then fine, you know, whatever the case may be. You shouldn't have to force anyone to see what they should see. They have to come to that on their own terms, and we have to give them that space to do so. But then we also have to be there to support them when they need us. And sometimes people have a hard time reaching out for help, and we know how it is. But this is about creating balance in your life and in your relationships. Okay. So let's pull a theme card real quick from the Earth Warriors Oracle. What theme do we have going on this week for the collective, April 8th through the 14th, 2019? Yeah. Rare intersection of heaven and earth. Lots of changes. We got the 5 coming in. All right. Especially the Condor coming in. Your plans and purpose are in alignment with greater cosmic forces, whether you see it coming or not. Things will fall into place, and what you have been working towards will come to fruition. A rare intersection of heaven and earth will result in a precious manifestation of grace. The divine shall correct a situation that is in need of realignment. Fear not, pray boldly, and be faithful. All is well. Your soul is a facilitator of sacred union between the spiritual realms and the earthly world. Whether you do this as an artist, a healer, an activist, a priestess, a shaman, or in some other way, honor your path and your purpose. Take care of yourself and prioritize your spiritual life according to the practices and methods that help you remain open, connected, and grounded. With your heart open to Great Spirit and move by love for our earth. You are part of a team of souls working to keep the balance of light on our planet intact, accessible, and vital. Offer yourself to the divine plan without holding anything back, and know that you shall be helped in countless ways, just as you offer your own will and talent to the sacred purpose of healing in this world. Wow. Wow. That's powerful, y'all. So, yeah. Oh man. So good morning, Christina G. How are you doing? Yeah, you totally missed it, but please go back and catch the replay because that was a great message. So I hope that y'all resonate with that. If anyone's catching the replay, make sure y'all drop me a comment. Let me know how this resonates with you. And don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you would like notifications on when I go live. And yeah, listen, this is going to be a powerful week. So make sure you're staying in tune with your emotions and the messages that are coming through for you. Stay in alignment with love and forgiveness and compassion, and understand that spirit is supporting you through this whole transition, and there's no need to fear, my friends. It is all going to be okay, and everything is working out exactly how it should. So with that being said, I am going to go get started on these general readings in a few minutes after I go calm these dogs down. And I hope that all of you have a fantastic day, even better week. Let me know if you need anything. If anyone needs a private reading, you can email me at whispersofgrace1016@gmail.com. And if you do not, but you would like to support the channel or leave a love donation, there is a donation link down below in the description box. So make sure that y'all are liking and sharing this so we can keep it in circulation and these messages can reach everyone that needs it. I wish you all the best of luck, and I will see y'all in just a few minutes. All right. Bye, guys.